the people's complaints, and Moses hitting the rock, Aaron's death, lots more mourning, and finally, the snakes. You might be wondering how all these events fit together. I sure was. What ties all of these stories together is the need to face our fear and loss. All of the people, even Moses and Aaron, were experiencing fear and loss, but no one was facing these feelings. They were pushing them away. Finally, it became too much for them to go on. God realized this and forced the people to stop and experience what they were truly feeling. My Torah portion can be applied to life a good now 3,500 years later, in many ways. For example, we need to be able to accept what we feel, even if it is difficult. When we push away our feelings, other harsher, crabby, irritable, and angry and irritable feelings come out instead. This happened for Moses and the people. I know about this from my personal experiences. I have a fear of disappointing myself, yet I hold very high standards that are almost impossible for me to reach. I almost expect myself to be perfect, but nobody is perfect. I'm very often beating myself up and telling myself that I could have done better. Like I mentioned earlier, this happened for me in preparing for my Bat Mitzva. When I was so super nervous for this day, I assumed it was just a regular case of the nerves that most people have. Then, I realized I was afraid of something more. I was afraid of disappointing myself. I have a fear of failing. When I thought about it, I realized this fear was not just about my Bat Mitzvah. It was about something much bigger that applied to my whole life. So I started facing my fear by practicing and preparing a ton. I worked very hard and convinced myself that I knew everything, because I did. I accepted the fact that I would make mistakes, because nobody is perfect. Or as somebody told me, to be perfect is both unattainable and boring. Be human. I understood that making a mistake wasn't a big deal anyway, because everyone who is here to support me, not to judge me, right? From this experience, I learned how hard it is to face one's fears. It is hard to stare at them, like the big copper snake. I also learned that it is one of the most important things for us to do as human beings. One thing that helps me be able to face my fears is the support from everyone here today. I would like to thank some of you in particular. First, Hanoi. Thank you so much. I've gotten to see you a lot and know you so well over the past year in Israel and at the pool. I'm so glad that you were my tutor and you got to teach me so much. From my Haftarah Torah portion of my prayers to who I truly am. Thank you so much for all of that. For Tirza, thank you so much for being my rabbi my whole life, and especially leading the service with me. You helped me in every way possible to get ready for this day. You helped me write this speech, and you helped me understand my parsha even better. So I'm so thankful for all you have done. Charna, thank you so much for being my wonderful parsha coach and CTR teacher. I loved studying Torah with you, talking about my parsha with you, which is also your birth parsha. I have had so much fun with you, sharing an obsession with whiteboards. I'm so grateful for all you have done, because without you, I would never be here. Thank you to all of my other Hebrew school teachers. You got me interested in Judaism and wanting to have a Bat Mitzvah. I have learned so much from all of you, and I appreciate all you have done. Thank you, Ayala and Sheldon, for the beautiful music that makes the service all the more lively. Thank you to all my friends. You guys understood that I couldn't hang out most of the time because I had to work on my Bat Mitzvah. Thanks for supporting me through all of this, and most of all, thanks for coming. You guys are awesome. Miriam, I could never thank you enough for being the amazing sister you are. Yes, you can get on my nerves sometimes, but most of the time, you are an amazing, helpful, and supportive sister. I always know that I can turn to you when I need help, and you will always be there for me. Thank you for spending time to learn the Aliyah you will chant. I love you so much. You are the best big sister ever. Dad, thank you so much for putting the time and effort into this day. I appreciate everything you have done. I'm sorry for all the times I whined and complained about all I had to do to get out of doing the dishes.